Good morning and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Mama T. Today we're going to make our own famous creamy grits. And I started ahead of time because it takes a minute for the water to boil. So in this pot we have 2 cups of water and a pint of heavy cream, heavy whipping cream. And we have a ½ teaspoon of salt. And this is for a serving of 4. 1 cup of grits. And you're going to slowly pour your grits into the cream. This is one of those recipes where I only use 1 kind of grits. And that's the Quaker 5-minute grits. I cook them pretty close to an hour, but I always buy the 5-minute grits. And the magic and the key to grits is stirring. Grits is one of those things that you cannot walk away from. You have to stir it, especially in the first couple of minutes of its cooking. And I also have, on the side, I keep a glass of hot water. Because the thing about the creamer cooks it and thickens it a lot faster than plain water. So wherein it may thicken up slow with water, it thickens up a lot quicker with creamer. So you just stir it, and I never leave it for so long, but I'll let it rest for a couple of minutes. And as you can see, it's beginning to thicken already. And I'll reduce my heat, and I really don't cover my grits until they've been cooking about 5 minutes, and then I'll cook them. So I want you to see how they're getting thick really fast. And it's really important, don't get excited because they're getting thick. They still have a long way to go before they are done to the consistency that I cook grits. All right, we're gonna let it cook for a little while longer. You see how thick they've already become after only cooking 2 minutes? And we still have a long way to go. That's why I keep water on hand with me, because they're gonna thicken fast. They're going to thicken a lot faster than they cook. And one thing you never want, or I personally don't like, I don't like blow grits. And I call blow grits when you still have the grit left in your mouth after you're eating. That's called blow grits. So we try really hard to cook our grits so they're not blow grits. So now they're at a point where we can cover them. And just before I cover them, actually I'm going to add just a little bit of water. And then we're going to cover them and let them continue cooking. So I wanted to show you that after about 6 minutes of cooking, you see how thick the grits are? You just want to add about another ¼ cup of water. And you're actually only adding about a ¼ cup at a time. Reduce your heat down to a simmer. It's really important that you keep coming back, checking the consistency of your grits. And you may also find that once you get done, you'll need a little more salt, because it only calls for a ½ teaspoon, but the more water you add, you're also taking away from the flavor of the salt. So we're going to add, I'm going to go ahead and add another couple of tablespoons. Stir them all the way to the bottom. Keep your temperature down as low as you can get it, and let it keep cooking. We're 15 minutes in to cooking our grits, and I've added a little more water. And as you can see, the consistency is good, and I'm gonna still add, that's about 3 tablespoons of water, because I want my grits to continue to cook at least 30 minutes. But you want to be careful in adding the water, because if you add too much water, it will get really wet, and you don't want it to get runny. You want the consistency to stay about like that. So we added the water. We cover back. Our grits have been cooking for 20 minutes. We have about 10 minutes left. And as you can see, they're really thick. So I'm going to add another 3 tablespoons of water, because I don't want them to get that thick in my final few minutes of cooking. And for me, I'm going to add a little more. So you actually end up using almost an extra whole cup of water, but you just have to use it a little at a time. And you also govern how you like your grits to look. So I like mine to look more like this than the consistency before I added the water. So in about 10 more minutes and we'll be done. And here you go. 30 minutes later, and our 5-minute grits are done. I sometimes cook them up to 45 minutes, but because my husband is a little hungry today, I'll take them off at 30, and as you can see, they have a great consistency. And you can add salt, you can add Italian seasoning to make them savory. You can eat them the way we grew up, and that's with butter and sugar and cheese. The sky's the limit. You can eat them over fish, which is what he's going to do today. He's going to eat fish and grits. You can make the same set of grits. If you want to do shrimp and grits, just add some seasoning. That'll be another recipe that I'll bring up later on. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.